Good evening. Welcome to Washington. I'm Bret Baier. On a day when the nation honors one of its military heroes, there are new allegations that the government is failing miserably to take care of its veterans. New reports of neglect or fraud at VA hospitals across the country. New calls for the Secretary of Veterans Affairs to be held responsible. And new outrage about the growing problem with veterans care coming from lawmakers in both parties. White House correspondent Wendell Goller looks at an emotionally and politically charged issue in the spotlight.
At a Medal of Honor ceremony for former Army Sergeant Kyle White, who saved soldiers' lives at the risk of his own in Afghanistan, President Obama spoke of the nation's commitment to its veterans.
All who serve in America's armed forces, we want you to know that we will always be grateful.
But the scandal sparked by allegations that delayed care cost dozens of lives at the Phoenix VA hospital continued to grow. 2 workers at the Durham, North Carolina VA hospital were suspended for what were called inappropriate scheduling practices, and 24 Texas lawmakers called for an investigation of wait times in that state. Missouri Senator Roy Blunt says 2 things need to happen about VA wait times.
The first step is for the Veterans Administration, the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, to investigate them and report back immediately. And the second step is to see if somebody else will do it if the Secretary of Veterans Affairs won't.
VA Secretary Eric Shinseki says he's determined to fix the VA's problems, not leave them for someone else, and the White House continues to defend him.
Under the leadership of Secretary Shinseki and his team, the VA has made strong progress to better serve veterans both now and in the future.
Still, some vets feel the problem goes far beyond firing the VA secretary.
Not only do people need to be suspended, not only do they need to be fired, we need to talk about who needs to end up in jail over this.
Illinois Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger is an Iraq War veteran. He says delaying health care for veterans could amount to negligence. And some Republicans who are calling for Shinseki's resignation concede it alone won't fix the problems.
They are more than just a person. Having said that, I continue to believe that who is at the top of an agency or department matters.
The nation's newest Medal of Honor recipient was treated for post-traumatic stress disorder, and he urged others who suffer from it to get help. Rule changes 4 years ago made it easier to file claims for PTSD, but they also added to the backlog.
That was a very important and positive thing to do on behalf of our veterans. It added to the backlog, but it was the right thing to do.
Late today, Republican Florida Senator and likely presidential contender Marco Rubio asked the VA for wait list times at all its facilities in his state. That's a request other lawmakers are likely to make as well. Brett?
Wendell Goller live on the North Lawn. Wendell, thank you. More on this with the panel. Police in Baltimore have